What is cutting edge today?
So this answer might surprise you, but I actually think that among the most cutting edge elements of data and analytics and politics actually relates to a more traditional form of voter contact, which
Really?
is television advertising. So we now have access to a variety of new data sources and new technologies that allow us to really fundamentally change the way that TV viewership is measured, and therefore how campaigns value different advertising inventory to place their ads to reach the right people. You can be very probabilistic of how likely certain subgroups of the electorate are to be watching different programs on TV to make sure that you're optimizing where you're placing your media. So there's certainly a lot of innovation that's happening. It's not all specific to TV, but I always offer that answer. A, that's part of what I do for a living, but B, I think it surprises people because TV is among the more traditional forms of voter contact. It seems like it just is what it is. But on the back end, while people seeing ads will look largely the same, on the back end, the way that TV is measured, and then therefore the way that campaigns and entities value different advertising inventory has changed drastically in just the last 5 years.
Explain that a little bit more, because I think as a consumer of television, and when I've seen political ads, I think, okay, well, they've decided this station is a big station in the market, and therefore they're running this ad. I don't think anything else about it.
Right.
What don't I know?
So fundamentally, the way that TV viewership is measured is changing. So traditionally, TV viewership has been measured using essentially survey data. You've probably heard of a Nielsen diary, for example.
Sure.
Now we have access to data from, like, for example, cable set-top boxes. So if I do a targeting exercise to identify the swing voters in Raleigh, North Carolina, I can then match that universe up against cable set-top box data in a privacy-compliant way using a blind third-party match, which is very important to mention, but to then find out probabilistically what are swing voters in Raleigh most likely to be watching. So then rather than buying off of a traditional Nielsen demographic, instead you can buy off of a custom rating for that swing audience.